Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to episode 5, season 2 of Yankees Weekly with the Ace Avenue and I. How you doing? How you looking? How you living? How you feeling out there on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and on I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. But we all over the
No
place.
Instagram.
No Instagram, no, not yet. But man, if you are a New York Yankee fan, I know you loving life right now. I know you living good. I know you feeling good. Man, Ace, it's been a crazy start to this season. I know you and I don't want to speak for you, but I personally did not expect a 9-2 start to this season. But man, oh man, it feels so good. How are
Mm-hmm.
you looking right now? How you feeling, bro? Let the people know.
Man, I'm feeling good because the Yankees right now are looking good. Off to a
Mm,
9-2 start for the season. Oh, you like what I did there? Like how I
I like
switched that
that.
up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But yeah, going into the season, this is our fifth show, and thanks to everybody for popping in. Me and Max and I were talking about a tough schedule to start this season. You know what I'm saying? 4 games against the Astros, 3 games against the reigning NL champions. You know what I'm saying? The Toronto Blue Jays, who are a division, rival. They want to prove themselves against us. Vladimir Guerrero. Shh, quiet
Yeah.
it down, Vlad.
Yeah,
Quiet it down.
sit your
You
ass on
know.
the bench. Get your
So
ass back
Vladimir
on the
Guerrero,
plane.
exactly. So Vladimir Guerrero wants to prove himself, and then we thought the Marlins, which obviously we were able to take the game yesterday, would be. No one thought that they would be as bad as they are. Now granted, the series isn't over. Yankees go for a series win tonight. Max and myself will be calling those games, so make sure you subscribe. But so far, so good for the Yankees. I said this yesterday on my stream and to my nephew. Right? Obviously, this is take it for what it is. But when the Yankees score, we're undefeated. The only 2 losses we had, we got shut
Yeah,
out. So when we
yeah.
score, we can't lose. It's as simple as that. But so far, so good for the Yankees. The pitching, Nestor Cortes, a big start for him yesterday after 2 shaky first innings, I should say, because, he settled down, but he
Mm-hmm.
looked good. Some people asked me, they were like, do you think it's because, the Marlins so bad or because Nestor was good? I said a little bit of both. I'm saying you can only play who's in front of you. What do you think about yesterday's performance by Nestor Cortes since it was the most recent game? Do you think it was because the Marlins were bad, or did Nestor just have it that night?
It's like you said, it's a little bit of both. You know, Miami's 1-10 for a reason. Like Tyler says in the chat, they're derailed with injuries, so that's why they're 1-10. Their whole starting lineup or starting rotation is completely wiped out on the IL. No Jazz Chisholm yesterday as well. But listen, they play in the MLB.
Of course.
They it's still like they're still going to be a tough opponent for anybody. You know what I'm saying? So Nestor Cortez, we saw what happened the last couple of outings. The first inning was his Achilles heel. He could not start hot. He settled down after the first, but to see him go out there, the first 2-3 innings, he only threw like 32 something pitches.
Mm-hmm.
He was getting them going. He was making quick work of these guys and, only giving up 2 hits, no walks, 6 strikeouts through 8 innings, 102 pitches. He needed this outing. Sometimes you have that luck where you got a nice little easy opponent to kind of get right? Like I was saying yesterday, if he struggles against this team,
Oh yeah,
then we got a problem.
big red flags.
Yeah, then we might have a problem on our hands. But he went against Houston and Arizona, 2 tough teams back to back, and Houston's 2-7, so we don't know what is going on in Houston. But Arizona, they showed it. They're one of the best hitting teams in this league so far this season with the batting average. I mean, from top to bottom, bro, Arizona's lineup, they were all hitting above 300, it seemed like. I was like, yo, everybody's smashing the ball in Arizona right now. So 2 tough teams that Nestor had to go against, but a nice bounce back, a nice get back game against Miami. Maybe this will, put a little pep in his step and turn a new leaf for the season. So, like I think it's a little bit of both. Weaker team and some good nasty stuff for nasty Nestor.
Yeah, looked good yesterday, and more importantly, he gave our bullpen a break because unlike the other day where we had a big lead against the Blue Jays, which you and I were both saying the same thing. This could give a chance for the bullpen to get a break. Then all of a sudden, the Yankees let them crawl back in, and then we had to use some of those arms. Yesterday was a commanding win, so Nestor went to the 8th inning, and then got to use just one more guy, and that was it. So bullpen should be well rested. You know how much Boone loves that bullpen budget, so he's pretty
Yeah,
much got everybody available today. So Yeah.
Yeah, man. Well rested bullpen. Um, I mean, we saw guys like Jake Cousins out there. We
Okay.
had the
Hmm.
new guy, Josh Machemsky. I don't even know how to pronounce this guy's name, but we didn't have to use our key guys, the
Yep.
past 2 nights now. So, like you said, everybody's fully ready to go. Hopefully, we don't need them because hopefully we're gonna be, up big, right? So we won't need like Ian Hamilton, Clay Holmes, and all that stuff because this is the series where we should be blowing this team out and we should be sweeping this team. And
Hmm.
last year, Ace, this is a series that we could have struggled with, right? I mean, look what happened against the same Marlins team last season. Clay Holmes blew it for us. They came back and they actually beat us in the series. So this season, it just feels different, Ace.
Of
It
course.
just feels like there's a new energy, a new like aura about this New York Yankees team. It kind of feels like the early 2000s a little bit here. I know where
Hmm.
it's game 11, right? So it's still very early in the season, but just watching these games, looking at how these hitters are doing at the box, like seeing pitches, taking walks, getting on base. Like they showed it yesterday in stream or in yes. The Yankees right now top 4, 3 of our Yankees are in the top 4 with pitches seen,
Yep.
which is incredible.
Who
That's
was it?
just how
Glaber,
Glaber was number
Soto,
2.
Judge, and
I
Volpe.
think Volpe was number
And
4.
and considering you got to realize he did miss one game, so that's actually really good for him too. So
Yeah, so I mean that's just like a testament like that wasn't happening last season.
nope,
We were striking out quick. We look every opponent's pitcher looked like Sandy Koufax against us.
pretty much. Hmm.
Fanning us down, striking us out. But it just feels like a new life to this team this season.
Yep, I could agree, and it's because of the rejuvenation of that like you add guys like Soto and Verdugo, so they both look like they love being here. They've set the tone early. They've influenced other guys like Cabrera, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So it's intoxicating to have guys in a lineup like that. And, the Yankees, like you said, last year's problem is we struck out a lot. We haven't struck out that much this year. The only problem I would say is we hitting a lot of double plays. But obviously
Yeah.
that's going to happen when you're putting the ball in play. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But the insurgence of, like I said, guys like Soto, Verdugo, Stroman as well. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
They've all rejuvenized this team, and it's showing from top to bottom, along with Anthony Volpe. Anthony Volpe is a complete 180 hitter than he was
Yeah.
last year. He's being very patient at the plate. He's hitting the ball to the right side, and it's like, how many times last year with 2 strikes did you just know he was expanding the zone and swinging and striking out? This year he's not doing that, and you got to realize this Yankee team right now is getting carried by about 2 or 3 bats.
Yeah.
Stanton's had a nice little 3-game stretch, but Judge still hasn't really judged yet. You know what I'm saying? We still haven't really seen him. Rizzo struggling a little bit. Glaber really hasn't gone off. So what's this lineup going to look like when they actually do? Can you imagine Soto on, Judge on, Rizzo doing decent? If we could just get a decent to good, consistent Giancarlo Stanton, Volpe as well, this lineup could be very dangerous. We're virtually getting nothing from the catcher's position right now. Austin
Yeah.
Wells and Trevino are kind of struggling, but you know what? It is what it is. My opinion on that is Austin Wells needs to just see the majority of the time, because how are you going to develop consistency and habit if you're splitting with Trevino? And then, this lineup can be very dangerous, and the pitching has done somewhat decent as well. It hasn't been terrible. Would like to see more length from the starters. You know what I'm saying? Like what we saw from Cortes. Rodon, he's only going 5 1/3 as his highest. Would like to see
Mhm.
him to get into at least 6, maybe 6 2/3. You know what I'm saying? So we're not, burning out our bullpen, because, we have the bullpen has taken a hit with Jonathan Loaisiga, which, I think when that shit happened, we didn't get a chance to talk about that. Let me tell you, I think he hurt himself when he slammed the ball into the ground,
Yeah, when he
because
spiked it.
that was the last time we saw him.
Mhm.
And I said in the stream, I was like, I hope he didn't hurt himself. Like, imagine if he hurt himself, and then all of a sudden, a couple days later, he's out of there.
Yeah, I mean, we saw the last of Jonathan Loaisiga. He's an unrestricted free agent after this season. I do not expect the Yankees to re-sign him, especially he's going to be coming off Tommy John surgery. He's going to be turning 30 years old. And it sucks for him, man, because he's had great stuff, but he just cannot stay off that IL.
Nope.
I mean, it's ridiculous.
But other guys have stepped up. Nick Birdie looks pretty good. Nick Birdie has an opportunity to kind of, maybe get himself into more of a predominant bullpen role. You know what I'm saying? If he can continue to play well. The lefties have looked somewhat decent as well. You know what I'm saying? But Clay Holmes, as much as he gives us heart attacks, he's been getting the job done. So
Yeah, I'm really impressed with Ian Hamilton. He stepped up, man. I feel like Ian Hamilton's our best bullpen guy right now. The guy seems like he's unhittable right now, and he is going to probably take that Loaizaga role, which at first, heading into this season, Loaizaga was going to take the Michael King role,
Yep.
the long arm middle relief guy, and now it's probably going to be Ian Hamilton. But we saw Dennis Santana looking pretty solid his first, bullpen outing. So this is what the bullpen has been like. Just guys that no one's really heard about stepping up and just doing their job, man.
Yep.
Last season was Hamilton. This year so far, Santana, Birdie, Hamilton once again. I mean, Dennis Santana, we did not expect him to be in this bullpen when spring training started. Same with Nick Birdie. He was just a non-roster invitee. So like these guys are going in there and proving themselves and getting opportunities. And that's one thing about Brian Cashman. I was saying in the stream a couple of days ago. That's where you kind of have to tip your cap to Brian Cashman at. He knows how to build a bullpen. He knows how to build a solid bullpen. The starting rotation, that's the rocky part with Cashman, but he knows how to find these diamonds in the rough with the bullpen pieces, man.
Yep.
And we're gonna have to do it again. Tommy Kahnle's coming back soon, hopefully, so that'll be a boost in the pen. But I mean, right now, Ace and everybody in the chat, there's not much to really bash his team about.
Nope.
I'm not gonna sit here when we're 9-2 and talk about what's wrong with this team. We're the top of the MLB right now, tied with the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Yep.
We're going against the Miami Marlins, but still, we already took 3 series wins against 3 tough teams. Now, like I said, Houston's at 2-7. The Diamondbacks are below 5, or I'm sorry, the Blue Jays are below 500. But those teams they're going to get right. I still think Houston at the end of the season is going to be competing for a playoff spot. But man, Ace, right now, the start of the season has just been like I just could not expect any of this, especially when we got the news about Cole going down, and then DJ, and then Tommy Kahnle, and then Oswald Peraza. Like it was like a domino, like avalanche effect. And dude, these guys are just stepping up, man.
So far, they've overcome those, but this is what you got. Like, there's not a lot to say. There's not a lot of negative to say about the Yankee team and the Yankee fans. We should be excited this early. And as far as us playing the Marlins, you're going to play who's in front of you. It is what it is. It's their fault that they suck. You know what I'm saying? But we have to finish the job. And as far as Yankee fans should be ecstatic right now. And but we can't get too high. Just like whenever the slump does come, you can't get too low because baseball is a game of ups and downs. You know what I'm saying? Like the Yankees will at some point, fall off a little bit. Some of the guys like, Soto, Volpe and them will fall off a little bit, but that's not time to panic either. You know what I'm saying? So you shouldn't get too high, but you shouldn't get too low at the losses either. But just enjoy the ride at the end of the day.
Yeah, man. So we just got the lineup for tonight. So let's go over it. Gleyber Torres is going to be on second base once again. Juan Soto on right, Judge center, Giancarlo DHing, batting cleanup again. Rizzo on first, Volpe short, Verdugo left, Berti on third, which is kind of shocking. I thought maybe we'd see Oswaldo and Austin Wells behind the dish. So the one thing I will say about this lineup, it's been consistent other than like the third base and the catcher spot. Everything else is consistent from top to bottom. And we've already seen 4 consecutive, repeated lineups this season. We only saw that, I think, like a handful of times last year.
Absolutely.
Like I'm talking about the same exact lineup from top to bottom. We've seen that 4 times already. So consistency is what this team did not have last season. Well, I should say Aaron Boone rolling out the lineup. But so far, this year, it's been very consistent. What are your thoughts with John Bertie on third again?
Well, my thoughts because we have that group chat. But for those that don't know, I'm just like shaking my head at it a little bit because of how well Cabrera is playing. I'm all for rewarding guys that are playing well. Cabrera's playing well right now. Why is this back-to-back starts that he's not getting the start? You know what I'm saying? Like, is he injured a little bit? Like, the last thing you want to do is cool him down or kill
Hmm.
his confidence. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we were saying the other day, you were saying maybe it's because he made that error on the field. I was like, I mean, it happens. You know what I'm saying? There's no reason to sit him 2 days in a row. You know what I'm saying? Because Birdie started yesterday. But, it came through yesterday in a situation to play some small ball. But I would prefer to see Cabrera in there more because, like, when DJ comes back, what are you going to do? Are you going to phase Cabrera out and move him down again? You know what I'm saying? When he's playing well. If guys are playing
Yeah.
well, they deserve to play. It's as simple as that. Now, granted, you can platoon him a little bit. Rizzo's older. He needs a couple of days off. DJ can play first. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Maybe you don't send, maybe you're not so quick to send Waldo down. But overall, like to touch on the point you made, consistency is key. Knowing where you're hitting at in the lineup is very key every day, just to know where you're at. And the Yankees pulling out consecutive, we had consecutive games in the Toronto series where we had that. We didn't do that a lot last year. You know what I'm saying? Because the Yankees switched it up all the time. Now, some switches in here like Verdugo and Volpe swapped. Volpe was in the same hole yesterday. Stuff like that. Little stuff like that doesn't bother me now. As far as the catchers, you're gonna platoon them because it's hard to catch every single day.
Yeah, you have to.
That's a tough one. So yeah. But overall the lineup looks solid. Rodon needs to give us some length tonight. And I would like to see guys like Gleyber Torres maybe get it going a little bit more. And maybe Verdugo to get it going a little bit more.
Yeah, Verdugo did pretty well. He had 3 hits the other day.
Yeah.
3 hits. Was it
And
yesterday?
and a big 2-run home run the other day for us. Well, this week we should say.
Yeah, Verdugo yesterday had 3 hits and an RBI single, and he drew a walk. So I mean,
Yep.
4 times getting on base out of 4.
Like to see keep it going, like consistency. It's good to
Yeah.
have it for a day. Like Stan's put out 3 decent games in a row for him, and you know how we and Yankee Nation likes to rip Stanton, but he stepped up in these last couple of games. So
Yeah. Stanton is now hitting 250, and he brought that all the way up from what, 170, 169, whatever.
Yep.
That's what we wanted. I said if Stanton can give us 250 or above while he hits 35 to 40 home runs, that's what we need from him. I'm not going to expect him to hit 275 or 290 and crush 50 home runs. I don't think that will ever happen again. But if he can give us over 250 and 35 to 40 home runs in the cleanup spot or the fifth spot in this lineup, I'm taking that all day from Giancarlo. And so far, so good. He's not getting injured. Well, knock on wood, because he can get hurt every night. But
it's coming though. But at some point, John Carlston every year does a stint on the IL. We know that's going to happen. But I do feel like this team has the ability to overcome it because of the influx of outfitters we have. Dominguez should be back, hopefully, in another month or so. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully he gets up here. But I do feel like this team has the ability to overcome that as long as we don't lose guys like Soto and Judge. Judge needs to step up a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? He's struggling a little bit out the gate. But like I said, once he gets going, this lineup has the potential to look very, very dangerous.
So right now, the Yankees are 12th in the league with batting average, hitting 249 collectively.
Nice.
And just to put that in perspective, everybody, they were like bottom 6, bottom 7 last year in batting average.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let me double check.
Look at where we're at in runs scored when you get a chance after that too, because that's a big stat.
All right, let me.
Because we really haven't been crushing a lot of home runs, but we've been scoring a lot of runs.
We are ninth place with 56 runs.
Top 10.
Yeah, but like
that's counting 2 shutouts. So
let's go back to the regular season for last year. We were second to last with batting average at 227.
Yeah.
Only the Oakland A's hit worse than us last year, batting average wise.
And that's the Soto Verdugo effect. Guys that are going to put it into contact. You know what I'm saying? Birdie too. Let's not sleep on that. Birdie as well. And then obviously Volpe taking that leap and Cabrera getting off to a hot start. All that stuff is going to add up to all that, and the numbers looking better. So yeah, so far so good for the Yankees. Like you're saying, this looks like a completely different team. They got swag. They got attitude. They got, you know what I'm saying? We never feel like we're really out of it. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So yeah, even against the Blue Jays, where the Blue Jays put up a good fight. Let's put it like that. You know what I'm saying? They tried to crawl back in, but the bullpen was able to shut them down. And that's a good series win for us because they're trying to prove themselves against us. You know how much Vladimir Guerrero Jr. talks shit about the Yankees, even though I secretly think that he wants to be a Yankee. You see that every time our Yankees are on first base, what is he doing? He's laughing and joking with them.
He's
He wants to
talking
be a
to
Yankee.
him. Yeah.
I think he hates us because he wants to be a Yankee. But that team thinks that they're on our level, and we basically told them that they're not. Outside of the home opening day, we put it on them. So
yeah. Right now, let's just talk about some other stats. On base percentage wise, Yankees are 8th place right now, 344. Slugging, we are sitting at 15th. So just hitting, getting on base, far, far better than last year, man.
absolutely.
OPS, we're at 11 with a team OPS of 739. So, man, we're in the top 15 of all these stats, just for the hitting standpoint, the hitting side of the team. So far, like you said, it's the Soto effect, just him being in that clubhouse, teaching these guys, during batting practice. Oswaldo Cabrera has already attest to this, just watching him, learning what he does at the plate. It's just been getting, making these guys so much better. And, we see it with Volpe, we see it with Cabrera, and my God. Oh! We also see it from the Ace Avenue doing what he does, the very, very best, everybody. And that is walking in here saying, cheer. And you know what else he's doing? He's popping confetti all over the place. Yeah.
There we go.
Thank you, bro. And Bill, welcome back
There you go.
to the squad, my friend.
Everybody make sure you hit that like button. Let's go. And obviously, Max and I will be covering the games tonight. So Yankees looking for 4 series wins in a row. Can we do it? I think we can.
Yeah. Oh, I know we can. I'm gonna walk, I'm going into this game like we might score 10 runs or more.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I think we're going against AJ Puck today.
AJ Puck, yep.
Yeah, let me just see if they have their lineup set. But he's
They
like,
should have it out, yeah.
Yeah, like this Miami's team, I feel bad for him because their whole, like I said, the whole starting rotation is down. Who would have thought that was going to happen, right? But yeah, we're going against AJ Puck. He has a 9.00 ERA, 6 innings so far this season, 9 walks, 6 strikeouts, 8 hits allowed. I mean, come on now. Yeah, the Marlins don't have their lineup out yet, but
yeah,
we should walk in this game.
We should be able to get to them. We should be able to get to them. So, but hopefully, like I said, 4 series wins in a row. Good start for the Yankees.
Yeah, man.
You guys are excited.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you're a Yankee fan, you should be really excited, really excited. But let's talk about Garrett Cole a little bit here because he's in the news a little bit as we all see what's going on around the MLB. The elbow issue is very it's a problem,
Mm-hmm.
And Garrett Cole had something to say about it. Let me see if I can find the quote. Here, this is one quote from Garrett Cole right here. I'm just frustrated. It's a combative issue. He said it's like, okay, we have divorced parents and the child's misbehaving and we can't get on the same page to get the child to behave. I don't know what, like, I don't know why he just randomly thought about that, but not that the players are misbehaving, but we have an issue here and we need to fix it to get on the same page to at least try and fix it. So he's talking about the elbow issue, right? Now, I don't know if this is on MLB's the pitch clock. I don't know if this is, how fast these guys are throwing it, the sweepers, the sliders that these guys are throwing it, that's twisting their arms up. But my Lord, like it's a problem around the MLB. But you know what's not a problem? The real Bill P. Doing what he does, the very best, everybody. And that is walking in here saying, Yo, 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 and dropping confetti all over the place in Valin NY. Welcome back to the squad. Thank
There
you,
we go.
Bill. You are the man, Bill. The real Bill P. Thank you, man. But give me your thoughts on the what's going on around the league, and of course Garrett Cole is frustrated about it. A lot of players are frustrated about it. Let's get your take, man.
Yeah. My take on all the pitching injuries and stuff like that, I don't blame the pitch clock, to be honest with you. You can't tell me that a couple of extra seconds gives these guys a little bit of time to rest. What I think is the problem is the analytical approach to pitching now. They're telling these pitchers to throw as hard as they can every time, max velocity, max spin rate, and if you go 5 innings, that's fine. Think of what a quality start in baseball is. It's 6 innings.
Yeah.
So they're not incentivizing these pitchers to really go further into games. Like we used to have back in the day where, there were only about 3 or 4 pitchers that you knew could go the distance, you know what I'm saying, go down 9 innings, possible, complete game shutouts. Nobody's really doing that now because they're telling these pitchers to throw as hard as they can. The spin rates are up. That all takes a toll on your arm. At the end of the day, the amount of curveballs that these kids are throwing at a young age, that takes a toll, and that's all they're doing. And to me personally, I think it's wear and tear more than the actual pitch clock itself. But it's easy to blame the pitch clock. It's easy to say, oh, these injuries are happening, considering that, Garrett Cole's never been injured. First full year with the pitch clock, now he's injured. After his first full year. But I don't think that's the case, like I said, because they're telling these guys every time to go up there and throw 97, 98, 99 throughout the entire course of the game. And if you only make it 5, you only make it 5 innings. We'll go to the bullpen. But, there were certain pitchers like Justin Verlander that was talking about it, where he was like, he would pace himself and he would know in a certain situation that he has to ramp this up to 99, 100. You know what I'm saying? Instead of having to do that every single pitch. So I think it's more wear and tear than I think it is actual pitch clock.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. I'm on the same boat. I think the pitch clock maybe has a little bit to do with it, but the main thing is how hard these guys are throwing. Like you saying, if they're throwing 100 miles per hour almost every single pitch. I mean, we saw what happened with Edward Cabrera.
Yep.
The guy throws 100 almost every single time. Like
Yep.
Yuri Perez, these guys throw hard, man, and especially how young they are too, and they're already dealing with it. So that just means that just kind of tells me it could be how they're getting taught coming up from like high school, college, and these camps they're going to, or the trainers they're with. These guys are throwing unbelievably like I think I got to look it up on Twitter and I can probably find it, but the average velocity from the last 7-8 years is like 3 miles per hour faster than it was 10 years or more like
That's
prior. So like these guys are just throwing harder, and we see the breaks on the sweepers. They're like the curveballs. I mean, Yamamoto's curveball is a 19-inch drop. A normal one is 8 inches, right? So like that's just more torque on your arm, and the spin rate is another thing. Like the horizontal breaks on these pitches, it's crazy, man. I mean, and what do scouts look at if you're a pitcher? How hard you throw and how much break your breaking ball is, right? And it's just putting too much on these guys' arms, man.
Yep.
And it's not their fault, because that's just how baseball has evolved over the years. Like, if you're not throwing like that, then you're probably not going to be a top prospect in coming out of college, or you're not going to be a big name in this league, right? But it sucks. I mean, it's watering down the league, and you've seen all these aces going down, bro. It's like every team is dealing with an injury right now. It seems like if you're not hurt, if your team does not have any injured pitchers on the team so far, is like I don't know how. And like I was saying the other day in my stream, whoever's going to win the Cy Young, it's going to be like a last man standing award.
Pretty much.
Like if you can last the whole season, and with 200 innings pitched, your ERA is sitting at a 2.3, and you have like 195, 200 strikeouts, you might win the Cy Young just because of default,
Yep.
because all these guys are going to be missing time.
Exactly. Like I say, I think it's like the analytical approach to things. Like because like also the when they took away, in my opinion, the sticky stuff. Because
That's another
now
thing. Yeah.
now these pitchers got to grip the ball harder instead of
Hmm.
just, and the sticky stuff would help with the spin rates. Now they're gripping the ball harder, trying to get the spin rate higher, and that could take a toll as well. To your point on Yamamoto, one thing that always kind of made me nervous is when his breaking ball, which has a lot of cut to it, how he throws it adds a lot of torque to his arm. I don't want to wish ill will on him or anything like that, but I could see a Tommy John in his future because just the toll it takes on his actual arm itself. And you know what I'm saying? Pitching's hard.
Yeah.
Starting pitching is difficult. Throwing strikes and stuff like that is difficult. But the pitchers, it's gonna get to a point now, dude, with these injuries and these pitchers not going the distance, that they're gonna start, getting being the phased out position, not being paid as much, because if you can't go long, are you really gonna get paid like the top guys? It's starting to feel like the running back position in football, where it's just, it's a position that's kind of a luxury, but with how they're putting the emphasis on the bullpen and stuff like that, you don't have to go as much as deep, stuff like that. It might be a position that we might start seeing a lot of pitchers on short-term contracts, like a 1-2 year deal, because if your arm blows out, do I really want to give you 5-6 years and your arm blows out in year 2 and you're no good? Look at Ohtani.
Mm-mm.
Ohtani's not going to pitch for another year and a half, 2 years. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But he's worth it because obviously he can hit, but not everybody has that luxury. So
Yeah, what's up, D-Rob? What's
what's up,
going on,
D-Rob?
everybody in the chat, man? Give us your insights as well in the chat. Let us know. Ken's saying he thinks this is spin rate and velocity as well.
Yep.
The Athena sweeper puts a ton of stress on the elbow and the accurate velocity. Look at the innings pitched from Ryan, Weaver, Gibson, and Spawn. Pitched a ton of innings. Yeah, and that's another thing. Like these guys back in the day, like Roger Clemens and Nolan Ryan and all these guys, they threw a lot of innings. They didn't really get that injured,
Mm-hmm.
but it's a new time, man.
Yeah, but
And
also they pitch the contact instead of pitching the strikeouts too. Now they can get their strikeouts, but a lot of good pitchers, like Nestor Cortes. Nestor Cortes, he had problems only because he was never really used to going that long. And then that 1 year, he kind of had a shit ton of innings. But you know what I'm saying? The pitchers that can pitch the contact more than strikeouts will last a lot longer, in my opinion.
yeah, I'm trying to find this grid that I saw about the average velocity, but I mean, there's no doubt about it. It's been an uptick in Tommy John surgery. I think it's 27 or more pitchers have got Tommy John now. That was in 2018. I'm seeing right here, so
Yep. The
it's
only
ridiculous.
the only positive thing that we can say about Tommy John, outside of how long it takes to recover, it's not a career-ending injury anymore like it used to be. You know what I'm
No.
saying? Back in the day, like 10 years ago, you get Tommy John, your career was probably over. Now, with the advances of medicine and stuff like that, you're able to get these guys back out there a little bit quicker. And, some people might elect to even have a surgery, even if they don't need it, just because they know they might have to have it at some point in their career. Might as well get it done
Hmm.
sooner rather than later. But that's what I think the problem is. I don't think it's easy to blame the pitch count, but I don't think it is. Like, a pitch count, as much as people complain and the bigger bases and stuff like that, I think it's actually good for the game. It speeds up the game. Look at the Yankees game yesterday. Record
Two
time that we
hours.
had. 2 hours and 1 minute. We haven't had
Yep.
that since, what they say, the 60s?
Yeah.
For a Yankee game?
No,
You
it
know
was
what I'm
like
saying?
1992 was the
Something like
last.
that? Okay.
Yeah, it was, but still, that's a long time ago.
Yeah.
And
still,
that's
it's like,
what that's what the game was. A lot of people were complaining about the pitch clock. Oh, it's changing the game. Well, it's going back to what it was. Like the games back in like the 70s, they had an average of like 2 hours and 40 minutes or something like that. So like the guys on the mound, there was too much like antics, right? That slowed down the game, and it was just hard to watch. Like you and
and
I
the
are gonna
guys in the
watch
box
it.
too. And the guys in the box too.
Yeah,
Love
yeah,
Jeter,
like
but Jeter and A-Rod, but they would do their little thing
yeah.
every pitch.
Yeah, exactly. And like, you and I and everybody in the chat, we're all diehard baseball fans, but like if you're trying to captivate a young viewer or someone trying to get into the game of baseball and you see like an at bat take like 15 minutes, like you're like, Jesus, how am I going to watch this whole game, right?
Exactly.
But Steven with a great point here. Tom Seaver used his legs to generate power, not his arm. That's another thing I've been hearing is like the pitchers back in the day used more of their legs than their arms, and it
Yeah.
helped out.
Yeah,
You know.
because baseball is a sport that it's all about mechanics. It's much like boxing. You know what I'm saying? It's very mechanically based. So if your whole body is moving the correct way, you're going to get the best results. Same thing with hitting. That's why a lot of people said, that's why a lot of people think Judge still might be a little bit banged up because, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not really going through your regular mechanics because you're too afraid that you're gonna hit something. But that's why with Giancarlo Stanton, it's like when your legs go, you lose everything because
Hmm.
baseball is very mechanically sound from the
Yeah.
pitching to the hitting to the throwing, everything. Like even guys out there, you know what I'm saying? Someone had asked me a while ago, why do baseball players kind of like on infield hits on ground balls, why do they kind of just like take their time and gather a little bit? Because it's about mechanics. You're not going to you could get it easily and just try to fire, but how
Yeah.
accurate are you going to be? You know what I'm saying? That's why it's all about mechanics. So to Steven's point, great point. Pitchers need to go back to using their legs, and pitchers need to just learn how to pitch at the end of the day. Stop just relying on blowing a heater by people. Learn to, you know what I'm saying, play with the strike zone, adjust to the umpires, adjust to the Angel Hernandez is out there. You know what I'm saying? Even though that's a guy that don't nobody know how to adjust to. But you gotta do that. That's what separates the great pitchers from the good.
You could be like David Wells. You
Yeah.
can't pull fat. You know what I'm saying? So
Or
the
C or CC. Like CC was the last real Yankee that pitched, that just knew how to pitch. You know what I'm saying? Like because when we started getting CC Sabathia, yes, he could throw velocity, but it was starting to tone down a little bit. But that's when you would have to learn how to actual pitch, paint the corners. You know what I'm saying? Throw a change up in a fastball situation. You know what I'm saying? This guy struggles here. Give him a slider. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
Like get back to pitching, and then maybe you don't have to rely on throwing 99 every time. Maybe you could just throw 95, 96, and just ramp it up to whenever you need it.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Steven was like, Garcia Parra was the worst wasting time in the box. I remember that, man.
Yeah.
He used to take forever in between pitches, bro.
You can go to the bathroom, go heat up your food, come back and
Yeah.
strike two.
Yep. And oh man, I mean, it sucks for the league, man. Like seeing all these guys going down, it's crazy. You know, there's a tweet right here: a rotation of Spencer Strider, Shane Bieber, Framber Valdez, Yuri Perez, and Nick Pivetta would beat most teams. Instead, all have been diagnosed with arm-related injuries and Tommy John in the last 4 days.
Yep. I was about to say
It's
that was
crazy.
just this week.
Yeah,
So
like
yeah,
if you had that rotation coming into this season, you probably have the best rotation in all of baseball,
exactly.
and they're all down. Like I just hope Cole, takes his time, man. I don't want us to rush him back. Hey, if he needs another month to be safe, I know he's starting to throw again. He's starting to throw catch and all that stuff. He's slowly ramping it up, but all this stuff is making me scared, man.
Yeah.
It's making me very scared.
Well, that's why we got to hit because the more wins we get, the more serious wins, the more we could afford for him to just take his time back. Now Cole's a competitor. He's going to want to
Yeah.
come back as soon as possible,
Oh, no
especially
doubt.
because he's got, especially because he's getting up there. How many more years is he actually going to have? He's got more of his career behind him than he has in front of him. So he's going to want to come back out there, especially coming off the Cy Young. He's going to want to prove himself. But you know what? If like I was saying before, if we get Cole July and he's 100% and we make a deep playoff run with him as our ace, I'm okay with that. And it turns into a championship, I'll take that.
Hmm. Yeah. Ken's saying velocity from a fastball generates power through leg strength. Curveball, sliders, and sweepers are dependent on the grip and torque to generate spin rate and
Mm-hmm.
break. Yeah, and like you said earlier, without the sticky stuff, it's more. That I mean, that's what Tyler Glass now wasn't he blaming the spider tack whatever
Yep. Mm-hmm.
about when he got hurt.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I mean, all this is probably there. It's all related. All this is why we're dealing with all these injuries. I don't think the pitch clock is the main reason. I don't think the MLB has to take the pitch clock out. I think it's a mixture of everything, just over the years.
I'm gonna drop the link again on both channels. You guys, call in. You
Yeah, if you
wanna
guys want to
voice
call
your
in, let us know what you think. I dropped the link already, but I can do it again as well. Got to be 18 and up to call in. But John's saying MLB has to change the surface of the baseball. Maybe
they're looking into that. I've read that they're looking into that to make it a little more easier to grip.
mm,
But same thing like I just don't like when MLB changes and stuff like that because you remember a couple years ago with the juice balls, how things were just flying out in the park everywhere and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Like change things like, to get more action, but maybe not the actual product and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, that's completely changing the whole freaking game right there. Putting in new balls. Hey, yo. But yeah, they got to figure something out though. They can't just sit back and see this happen, to their game and be okay with it all,
Mm-hmm. But I mean, fans are going to complain about it. Fans, it's like I said, it's going to be easy to just blame the pitch clock, and that's what fans are going to complain about. But it's made the game better, in my opinion. It's more compact and less time. Instead of we getting 4-hour games, we're getting 2-hour games, and then it's more action in that short amount of time.
Yeah. Let's bring up a quote. This is from Soto last night after the game. Let's see
Is this
here.
the what's it called? The Fast and Furious quote?
Oh wait, hold on. No, this is
No,
he
more
basically
like a
says
family.
they feel like a family right now, and like
Mm-hmm.
it's just 11 games, but that's just how everything is right now. We just feeling like that good about us.
Turn up.
I would call it a family. I mean, we all feel like a family right now, and it's only been like 11 games, and we already feel like we're sticking together. We're pushing together. We all want the same thing. So I think that's how I describe it.
Yeah, man. I might get a copyright because they're playing some Future in the background there.
So
If you ain't listened to that new Future album in Metro, what you been doing the last week of your life?
listen to that Cole album.
Oh, and then he's gonna go and I'm so sorry I didn't mean to diss Kendrick, man.
It's all a mind game. It's all a
I
ploy.
love him, man. If you love K Dog, put your hands in the air, man. Not some corny
But
ass stuff, bro. I'm sorry.
to Soto's point though, let me tell you this. I'm giving it about an 80% chance that we bring him back because he's loving it.
80.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, dude, if we could even get close to the ballpark of what he's going to want, all the Met fans out there that think he's going to be a Met, I don't think so. He's loving being here, dude. Like, I'm seeing all the behind the scenes clips of, the videos that people are taking online of him. And, he the fact that he said it's like a family, he's loving being a Yankee and he looks good in pinstripes.
Yeah, man. I know he's having a good old time. This is Volpe talking about Soto and how it's been with him in the clubhouse.
Can't hear is it on?
Oh wait, you can't hear it?
Nope.
I'm sorry. That's my fault.
Could you guys hear it? I didn't hear it.
No, I had it muted. But I don't think I can even play it because they had music in the background
It's all good.
again.
Go ahead, you just wanna
Gosh,
read it?
man. Yeah, I'll just read it out to y'all. So he says, I think he just brings the energy, and we're obviously all looking towards him to see what he's doing and see how he leads by example. And this is also him saying he takes guys under his wing. So that's what we need from a superstar like Juan Soto.
Yep. So I think it's like I said it's about an 80% chance we bring it back. You don't think so? What do you think?
I think 100. I think
100%?
99.9%, baby. He is coming back.
Okay.
He better. We got our first guest backstage, though. Let's bring him up. Look at Ken. He's in the building. What's up, Ken?
Hey, fellas, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Another ducky day in paradise. Looking forward to tonight's game. Hopefully
Yeah.
another beatdown.
Oh, yeah, it will be a beatdown. What do you think about AJ Puck going against him tonight?
I don't know much about him. I mean, obviously he's not one of their frontline starters since they're all on the disabled list.
Somebody's doing a little karaoke there in the background, huh?
Yeah, it's my granddaughter. She's dancing and yakking.
She's saying subscribe to Max Coverage TV and Ace Avenue. That's what she said.
Yep, and the Boogaloo.
That's funny. Let's get your take on the MLB stuff going on, with the injuries and all that with the elbows. I saw you commenting earlier in the chat, but like what's your full thoughts on it?
Well, I don't think that the damn pitch clock has anything to do with it whatsoever. That's ridiculous. I can't believe that the Players Association would actually put that out there looking for a fight. I mean, if you look at the velocity that pitchers throw at, I mean, back in my day, 93, 94 mile an hour fastball was good. Andy Pettit made an entire career out of a 94 mile an hour fastball, a slider, and a cutter. And he learned to pitch when he lost his velocity. CC Sabathia, another great example of that. But these guys are throwing these breaking balls. I mean, huge curveballs, sliders. I know from when I threw a curveball back in the day, it put a lot of strain on my elbow. I didn't like throwing the damn thing, actually. I'd rather throw a changeup. But, I mean, you got pitchers that are throwing with 23 to 26 inches of break. That's a lot of torque to get the ball, especially now that you don't have anything to tamp on your hands to give you a little better grip. That's all coming off a straight arm motion.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, that's all points that we were making as well. That's definitely what we think pays more than the pitch clock.
Yeah, but I think the problem is that this is taught to throw as hard for as long as you can at a young age, starting with these kids in little league, going through high school, and into the collegiate level.
Yeah,
I mean, honestly, the way they're going, I could see baseball teams forming a 6 or a 7-man rotation.
We've seen some teams do that in the past. You know what I'm saying? It really just depends. Yeah,
you're seriously not having pitchers that can make it past the 5th inning.
Yeah,
and then you don't have enough slots in the bullpen. I mean, Boone has been pulling them early, and he is wearing our bullpen out already.
I mean, it's not his fault though. The guys aren't.
Well, I understand that, but you got 4 guys in the rotation that make 4 1/3 innings starting. Well, those other 17 outs got to be made up somewhere. That's coming out of guys that are used to pitching an inning.
Well, you could also equate some of that to the first start of the season. Their first starts, you're not going to have them throw a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like we saw the other day, Luis Hill, his 2 starts, 84 in the first one, and then they let him go a little bit past that one. You know what I'm saying? Nestor Cortes, same thing. You know what I'm saying? Like it really just depends on how quick you can get through the batters. And obviously, early on, they're going to be a little more precautious. Then they're going to let guys stretch out a little bit more. Maybe we could see Stroman and Rodon go close to 100, maybe one of them even go over 100, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? It also depends on the situation. High stress pitches add to that as well. If you're in a situation like Rodon in his first start, he might not have given up a lot, but he had a lot of runners on. So those at bats are high stress situations. So
of course.
And Stroman did pitch over 100 his first out, and I was like, damn. But
Ace, I think you're right too. That Wise got hurt himself slamming the ball into the ground because he didn't look right when he was walking off the field after that.
Yeah, when that happened immediately, I was like, imagine if he hurt himself. Like, what an idiot. Like, we'll never know. They'll never come out and say it.
He'll never tell you either.
Yeah, he won't. But what are the odds that was the last time we saw him? So, and that's probably the last time, like Max has said, he's a free agent next year. That's probably the last time we're going to see him in a Yankee uniform because that injury is going to have him out to what, next year?
10 to 12, yeah. He's going to miss all spring next year.
Yep.
And I don't think a team's going to get him.
Has good stuff. He gets hit hard, has good stuff, but he can't stay healthy. Every year he's hurt.
Yeah, his track record, I don't see him signing any longer than a 1-year prove-it deal.
Yeah.
Very cheap, too. No, I mean, a team is going to probably give him like $1 million.
Well, his salary running with the Yankees has been about $2.5 million. So
which is about right for him, you know what I'm saying, for his position that he was in. But yeah, he's gonna have to have a prove-it deal. And like me and Max were talking about, a lot of these pitchers might have to start getting these short-term prove-it deals, considering the amount of injuries these guys are getting. Do you really want to give a long-term contract to somebody who at any point in time you throw a pitch the wrong way and your elbow's gone?
Exactly.
So
I mean, if you see what the Yankees not wanting to sign Snell, they tried, but they didn't want to give him like $200 million. And that could be related to what we're talking about right now. It's like you're scared to give a guy who's injury prone,
Just
that much money.
imagine if the Barbarians would have if Cashman would have traded for Bieber, how the Barbarians would be reacting right now.
you said that the other day, Max. Oh man. But at the
Yeah.
same time, too, we don't see this is the thing though. I believe in a notion of just because he got hurt over there, if he would have came over here, we don't know if he would have got hurt. It like circumstances are different. We don't know if the wear and tear, we don't know if that extra day off maybe that they would have given for travel would have healed him a little bit more. We don't really know. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing with like circumstances are different, so you don't really know. But it's unfortunate for them. But you know what? It happens.
I mean, right now, Cashman's looking smart as hell. He didn't trade for Bieber. We just destroyed Jesus Luzardo, the other guy that everybody wanted. Yuri Perez, Edward Cabrera. Those guys are banged up, hurt. I mean,
but Luzardo, you got to face the fact with him. He's pitched against the Yankees twice, and we have rocked his world.
Yeah.
And we got better hitters this go around. I didn't figure it was going to be too good for him last night.
Yeah, well, maybe he might be a Yankee. Maybe he might have to worry. You never know. That Marlins team might be in a couple weeks. They might be open for business. They might be a fire sale over there.
They already said the manager's gone after this. Like 10 games in, they already said the manager's going to be gone.
Yeah.
And they're not going to pick up his team option.
Yep. So look for guys like Luis Arias to probably get traded. He's valuable. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Luzardo gets traded. Maybe the Yankees make a move for Luzardo. You know what I'm saying? Maybe. We just never know. We got to see.
They have some nice bullpen arms over there.
Yeah.
Somebody's
But hopefully. Yeah.
Enough. Turn that off.
All right, Ken. Well, I appreciate you calling, man. Thank you. And hopefully I'll see you later tonight in the stream.
You will, of course.
All right, brother.
Is that the same Ken? Is that Kenneth Berry is Ken?
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, he changed his name on here. But yeah. He has some good insight, man.
Yeah.
Some good insight.
Same stuff we were saying.
Yeah. Let me double check to see if Miami put out their lineup yet. They did. So Luis Arias, Brian De La Cruz, Jake Berger, Josh Bell, Jazz Chisholm is in the lineup tonight. Tim Anderson, Garcia, Emmanuel Rivera, and Christian Bethancourt, the old Rays catcher. So that is the lineup right now.
Rodon.
Yeah, I'm seeing their career against Rodon. Only a couple of them has faced Rodon. Bethancourt is 1-for-6. Rivera is 0-for-5. Garcia is 2-for-8. Luis Arias is 1-for-3, and Bell is 1-for-1. So on the flip side, Yankees haven't really faced AJ Puck in their careers, so we'll see. I thought Puck was a bullpen guy. So I don't know if they're going to have a bullpen day, start with them and then we'll see though. What up, Robert? Lewis is in the building. What's good, man? Smash that like button, everybody. Thanks for watching. You already know Ace and I will be here. I think we're going to try to do another show this weekend. Trying to get back to normal televised stuff. When's the game Sunday? Is it?
Yeah, I was about to say, let's look at the schedule.
Yeah.
I know we were going against the Guardians this week. Man, yeah. I'm kicking myself, Max, because the Norfolk Tides, which are the affiliates of the Orioles, the Yankees Rural Riders are playing them this weekend.
Damn.
So I looked at the
you should try to go to that game, bro.
I might. Vivas is there. Pereira is there. Kirk Cousins is there now.
Kirk Cousins.
Kurt's cousin is there now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I might, man, if I could try. Like the tickets are selling fast. So because the Tides are really good. The Tides are really good. They're actually making like national news. Like that Orioles team, that Orioles affiliates, they're gonna be a problem for real.
It sucks because the Shrimp doesn't ever play the Rail Riders. So I don't know why, but I guess it's because it's they're NL. But Alvaro asked a question: where are you with Stanton, love or hate? Alvaro right now, he's been stellar. I mean, he hasn't like stellar in my eyes is what Stanton has been because the first couple of games we were like, here we go again with Stanton striking out 14 out of 24 at bats, and then the last 3-4 games now he's turned his whole season around, smashing 3 home runs. I think he's like 8 for 13 now.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
if
just
what?
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
No,
Finish your
what?
thought. Nah, it's just I got a love-hate relationship with Stanton. Guys like Stanton and Torres, I got a love-hate relationship for different reasons. Stanton, I appreciate what he's doing, but I know it's not going to last. So it's kind of like found money. You know how you're walking out in the street, you find $20. Like, okay, cool.
Yeah, okay,
This is
bet.
great. My day is wonderful. I can go get myself something. Cool. Will it last? No. If it does, great. I would love to be wrong about Giancarlo Stanton, but I just think that he's running into a couple. And we'll see. You know what I'm saying? We'll see what happens. Only, time will tell. I don't hate him. Do I want him,
Yeah.
do I think that if he plays bad, he shouldn't get as much playing time? Absolutely. You should earn your playing time. That's how it is. It's not hard to hold players accountable. So, yeah.
Yeah. What up, Wallace? My boy's in the building. What's good, bro? D-Rod Jones is in AA right now. He's in Somerset right now.
Yeah, if he was at Triple, I think I would have went this weekend if he was there.
Yeah. But yeah, like it's every Yankee fan probably has a love-hate relationship with Giancarlo Stanton. I mean, the guy is so inconsistent, but when he's on, he just catches that fire.
Yep.
But when he's off, man, it is like
He's streaky, very streaky.
And hey, Aaron Boone said it. He said, "This is G, man." And this is what he does. He strikes out a ton, but when he gets on, he said, "You better hop on." Hey, yo. But he said, "You better hop on. It's gonna be a fun ride." And he called it though, for real.
Yeah.
He called it.
I'm gonna tell you this. Shockingly surprised by. I'm kind of surprised, but I kind of last year, and I kind of told like my nephew stuff like that. I think Volpe is gonna be an all-star this year. Obviously, that could have blown up my face, but so far, he's looking really good. Like,
Yeah.
For offensively and defensively. Like, he's made a
Mhm.
couple of errors, but he made a couple good plays in yesterday's ball game.
Yeah.
Both sliding attempts. That sliding play to his right on a short hop is not easy.
No.
That was a good play. So
No, he's been unbelievable, bro.
Yep.
So he's tied with Orlando Arcia right now with batting average at 417.
well,
His slugging.
He should be number one. He got called out on 2 bullshit calls yesterday.
Yeah, no, they were screwing him badly. He's 12th right now in slugging out of all the MLB.
Nice. I'm actually surprised he didn't get thrown out of yesterday's game by spiking his helmet into the ground.
Yeah.
And that last strikeout, which was like a foot in. I'm like, the umpiring, like we say it every week. Every week we're gonna say it. The umpiring has been the worst. I know it sounds like we say that every year, but Max, it has really been the worst this year. Like all across baseball. Umpire has been like terrible.
I'm not even it's just being a dead horse at this time, man. The umpires have been bad for years. Nothing's going to change. The robo-umps, who knows when that's going to happen. It's already been implemented in AAA in the minors. But I'm telling you, bro, I've been to a lot of minor league games.
Mm-hmm.
They do it there. It's so quick. People are like, it's going to slow down. It's going to ruin the game. It's not. It takes 10 seconds. All they do is show you basically what Ace and I have on the screen, the little K box.
Yep.
And then they show you the direction of the pitch. And if even clips anywhere on the edge of that K box, it's a strike. And then they'll overturn it.
Yep.
And then you have 5 challenges. And then I think if you keep getting them correct, you get them back. Yeah.
I mean, I'm all for the challenge system first. Every at bat, players should get 1 challenge. Just a quick tap on the head, like they did.
That's what they do
in the minor system.
Yep.
Quick, look it up real quick. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just because it's getting bad, especially with Angel Hernandez the other day with that Gleyber Torres shit. That was really bad.
Yeah, that was ridiculous, bro. Yeah, Angel Hernandez. We've all seen how bad this guy's been for years. Wallace is saying Gallo did that too, talking about Volpe and you talking about when he slid out and made plays in the outfield, Wallace?
Yeah,
we don't talk about Joey Gallo anymore here.
Well, Joey Gallo definitely didn't hit. Can't take New York. Can't take the Yankees.
Sure.
I wish I forgot my time here.
Oh, I hate that guy, bro. I think he's one of my. Well, now that Josh Donaldson's retired, he's definitely my most hated player. I'm looking at the stats right now, like for the players. I mean, Anthony Volpe is just I can't believe it, bro. He's balling out, dude. Like right now, dude. Tyler O'Neill. I don't know if you've been keeping up with him for the Red Sox. This guy's crushing the ball.
I saw that they put a
1.406 OPS. He's slugging 893, 5 home runs, 5 RBI, hitting 357. The Cardinals
going against bad teams.
I know, but the Cardinals sent him packing for nothing, basically.
Yeah,
and he's balling out.
Yep.
I don't even know when the first time we played the Red Sox.
Probably later in the season, probably mid-season.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think when we looked at the schedule, we were like, "Yeah, we don't play the Red Sox till
Oh, and
MLB's really killed that rivalry. They really have."
my birthday weekend, they play.
Okay.
They play in Boston. I was like, damn, that would have been sweet if I could have got some tickets to go up there and see him.
You plan on going to any Yankee games this year?
I'm planning on going in July to the Rays. It's in the middle of the week, so it'll probably be easier for me to get off work, and it'll be cheaper to go. And I like to hit the casino up while I'm down there, so the casino is going to be a little less packed on the weekday. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm trying to go in July, and then who knows, man? Me and Cindy, we've been talking about trying to go up to New York sometime, so maybe we'll get up there. And right now, the weekend after my birthday, the Yankees play the Braves at New York. So I'm like, that'll be a fun series.
That'd be a good one to go to.
Yeah. Yeah, Blake Snell, his first start, I didn't see his full line, but I saw he struck out his first batter. Let me see. Let me bring up Snell's stuff from yesterday real quick. Did he get rocked? Oh, no. Did he? Oh, damn. The Nationals beat him 8-1. Yeah, Snell, 3 innings, 3 hits, 3 earned runs, 5 strikeouts, 2 walks. Damn. And he lost. Look at that. Look at that.
There we go.
Look at Snell taking an L. Man, Cashman's sitting in his lounge chair with a nice cup of scotch, bourbon, whiskey, whatever he sips on. He's just sitting back and just sipping on it. You know what I'm saying? He's like, hey.
Yeah. To all the Yankee fans out there that are panicking, we got to make more moves. We got to make more moves. Cashman just sat down and was just sitting back and just like, okay, I think we're good. So far, so good. You know what I'm saying? So far, so good. But the Yankees got to keep it up. And obviously, we got to start with again tonight. Trying to get another series win, 4 in a row.
Yeah, man.
The Yankees to start the season.
What a start, bro. Keep it up, boys. It's been so fun to watch. And Sunday, Ace and I will be back. We play at 1:40, so I don't know if you got stuff planned or anything on Sunday.
Of course, after the game, I'll be, definitely hope you guys tune in as well. Look at Wallace.
Can you make it rain in this chat? You can, Wallace, or you can wait till later tonight. Whatever you prefer, Wallace. Whatever you prefer, my friend. Because we're about to sign off here in a little bit. What's up, TC Steels in the house? I was in his chat earlier. Him and Hector that was a great live stream for them. Nice. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Below in the building as well. Dr. Van always in the building. But Ace, who's your home run? Before we leave, let's see a home run call tonight by you.
Oh, who's gonna get one? Let's see. Let's get a judge. Let's get an all right. Oh, there you go.
Hold on. Are you kidding me? Wallace, popping confetti all over the place. Are you serious? 10 gifted memberships by my brother from another mother, Wallace.
Wallace didn't want to wait.
No, Wallace is, man, he's a GOAT. Wallace is the GOAT, man. TC Steels, welcome back to the squad. I in Hawaiian, baby. Aloha. Derek, Paula, Ben, Daryl, Chef, Luis, and the Walk. Hey, welcome back to the squad, man. Appreciate you, Wallace. Appreciate you, bro. Hold on. That deserves another one. That deserves another one, bro. That's 10 gifted on our... Let's go, man. Thank you, bro. You're the man. You are the man.
Gotta love it when Max gets enthusiastic over these just in general. That's the reason why you guys subscribe to Max coverage.
Yeah, man. Appreciate y'all.
But I'm gonna go with Judge today. That's what I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with Aaron Judge. He needs to start getting going. You know what I'm saying? Let's get an all rise from the captain, number 99, Aaron Judge.
Will says Judge. I got Angelo saying Stanton. Okay. Ooh, a G-bomb tonight?
You know what I would actually love? Judge and actually Stanton's going before Rizzo today.
Yeah, I know.
I would love a Stanton and Rizzo. I would love a Judge and Rizzo home run in the
Back
same
to back?
inning. No, they can't.
Ooh.
They can't because they got.
I know, I'm
Stanton in
saying.
between. Yeah. Oh yeah. As far as in the same inning to get max height.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna. I haven't called one correct yet this season, bro.
Which one? Oh, home run.
Like I haven't got a home run call. Like I always say in the stream before, the game starts. I was like, okay, let's go with Glaber.
Okay.
I'm gonna get a Glaber day. It's
All
April
right.
9th, 2024.
Max home run calls are looking like his upsets of the week in the
Oh
the
yeah,
NFL.
God,
The NFL's channel. So thanks, Will. Appreciate that. This is the Father's Day hat. I actually got this from Max.
Yeah, we
We
both
both
rocking
rocking
this.
a Father's Day hat.
Yeah,
There we go. Hey,
same one.
yours. See, mine isn't doing it because of the background I'm on. But these hats are dope with the green screen. Because you see how Max is kind of like invisible, how it's showing the background. It's pretty.
Yeah, it's dope. Did you get your Jackie Robinson one?
It should be on the way this week. I'm hoping it gets here before Jackie Robinson Day.
Oh, the 15th coming up.
Obviously, it's the 15th is on a Monday, so I hope it gets here before that. Let me check on that real quick. But yeah, I just ordered it. It's pretty much the same as the spring training hat. It just has a 42 on the side. But being that 42 is my favorite baseball movie, as soon as they had that hat, I was like, okay, I got to get one.
Yeah, it's a nice one. Robert's going with Rizzo. Billo saying Big G. We have Volpe from Dr. Van or Glaber. Will Star says Glaber pops up way too much. Oh, I mean, he battles at the plate, though.
Oh, he's been seeing a lot of pitches. The reason Glaber pops up is because he's trying to pull everything. I say it all the time. Glaber is locked in when he's hitting line drives to right field,
the opposite way,
and right center. That's when he's locked in.
Yeah, yeah. I'm going with Glaber. He's gonna get some. He's gonna get it going tonight. Let's go, Glaber.
Okay.
Shout out to everybody in the building, man. We'll be back Sunday for our call-in show. We need some more call-ins next week. Come on now.
Yep.
Y'all be talking a lot in the chat. We need y'all to come on here and voice your opinions on, what I'm saying, live.
Don't be shy, guys. Come on. Everybody's got all these thoughts on the Yankees. But call in.
Don't be shy. Say hi sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Wallace saying Soto. Ooh, back-to-back games with Soto? Okay. Nice. Let's go, Wallace. I'll be live tonight for the game. Ace will be live on his channel tonight. Are you going live on your channel or Grunts?
Yeah, I'm on mine. I'm on Grunts tomorrow.
Okay, so Ace and I will both be live later today. Always thank y'all so much for hanging out. Wallace and everyone who's gifted us some memberships today, man, thank y'all so much. You are the GOATs. You are the best. And as always, love, peace, chicken grease on Max Coverage TV and on the Ace Avenue. Ace, send us away, man.
See you guys in about 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you guys. Have a if we don't see you, hopefully we do have a good rest of the day. Like Max says, always love, peace, chicken grease. We're out of here.
Peace. And always go Yankees.